It's the CalebDMTG Show.
So I wanted to start with this deck today. The last few times I've done modern streams, I've played the mono white combo version of Heliod Walking Ballista. But this green-white version has been more popular. Also having the Spike Feeder, Heliod combo for infinite life, and then Coco to bring it all together. This version's a little bit more explosive. The mono white build that I was playing was using Aether Vial. It was a Vial deck. It was pretty good. I liked the toolbox aspect of it. Had a lot of redundancy and card advantage. This version's going to be more explosive with all the mana acceleration. We'll see how it plays. My first time playing this specific list. I've certainly played Coco and Heliod before. That was pre-Skyclave Apparition and what. It's a Podge. Hey everybody. No, there's no room for Luminarch Aspirant. As good as that card was in the mono white build. I think Conclave Mentors are in that slot now. This opener's a lot of what we're looking for. Turn 1 our Relf, turn 2 Utopia Sprawl. Means that we have 4 mana on turn 2. Facing Goblins here. Water9 says that Skyclave's a pretty cool card, was probably spoiled by a pretty cool guy. Oh, was it me? You talking about me? Yeah. Yeah, Skyclave's a pretty great one. Hell yeah, error. Yo, YouTube's been getting good feedback. More good comments than negative. That's always good. I had one person the other day that was like, "What the shit is this background music?" And it was like, I was like, I mean, sometimes I play pretty weird stuff on here, so I was like, okay, let's see what they're complaining about. And then it was like my Ronald Jenkins playlist. I was like, what the fuck? Who gets weirded out by Ronald Jenkins? Just a little more innocuous stuff. Hey, that Wisdom Tree, thanks for the sub. Thanks for sharing the Twitch Prime. Duke Wiggles, thanks for your sub too. Thanks for the 2 years. Not sure if we should shock ourselves here. I think we do, just in case they kill the Arbor Elf. We still want to be able to have double white for like Ranger Captains and such. Yeah, that's true, Hodge. Some people just like to complain. I just thought it was funny. Just a strange thing to complain about. So we could play 2/2s here. We could play Conclave Mentor plus Ooze or plus Little Dominie's Call. I don't think we can win next turn regardless. Unless we run out of Heliod and then just like top deck Ballista. That's probably the weakest line if we don't top deck Ballista, though. Let's just flip the board. Hey, Physics 101, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 20 months. Glad you're enjoying the content.
Oh shit, what up?
You want a tiger behind me? I can put a tiger behind me. I've been thinking about adjusting my stream setup so that I'm looking, so that the camera looks in the corner of the room instead of the flat wall. Make the background more dynamic. Hey, Engineer 590, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 48 months. So the opponent has infinite red mana on turn 2, as you can see here. So Persist, the way Persist works is the creature comes back with a -1/-1 counter. Metallic Mimic's on Goblin, so their Goblins are coming into play with a 1/1 counter. Yeah, that's the win. They just have a kill here. Well, it's their turn 3, it's our turn 2. But yeah, when a -1/-1 counter and a +1/+1 counter are both going to happen on the creature, they counter each other out. So they can just loop that over and over with the Script Prospector. I put so much time into thinking about what I should do on turn 2, and then just didn't get to untap anyway. Alright, fair enough. I'll play this one of Linfall, I suppose. Wouldn't have really saved me there. And we're actually going to cut a lot of this. Like, I don't think the Spike Feeder half of our deck matters very much if they can do infinite damage. Maybe we leave one Spike Feeder in, but I'm just not feeling it. Bottom's a turn 3 format. Well, it's a turn 2 if you're on the draw. Reload Sun and Moon stops their comboing. Yeah, I think I like removal and stuff better than like a graveyard hate spell, because goblins can always just attack you too. You liked the decks yesterday? Yeah, the decks yesterday were cool. The historic playthrough. I had a lot of fun with that. I think this is close. I'm considering shaving a Coco. We cut a lot of Coco hits, is all. I'm gonna cut 2, actually. It says we have 28 creatures, but we actually have less, because Ballista's not a hit, and Linball is not a hit. So we're actually at 25, which is pretty light for Coco. The low end, for sure. It seems fine. We just need to get 2 Auric Champions down, and then we'll be able to Murderous Ride us out anymore. I guess they could get 2 different ways of putting 1/1 counters on a red cap, so that would deal 3. I'm not using Lorien Forests, I'm using Saga Forests. The reason to play Sprawl is that it works really well with Arbor Elf. So if you have Arbor Elf and Sprawl, you can have 4 mana on turn 2, which is nice for Ballista, and it's nice for Collected Company. chilling on the path here. So maybe they like plan their turn around having the Metallic Mimic in play, then we path a response. Maybe they would do something different. If they don't have Mimic, you know? Like maybe they play Persist Creature instead of like a Matron. Something like that. What you got, opponent? I'm thinking, this is the perfect time to drink some energy drink. I feel the sweet caffeine rush into my brain. Bolt Self, sure. Grumgully has come to party. Alrighty. Get that sweet, sexy 4/4 Mushroom Goblin out of my battlefield. Hello. When am I going to get the energy drink to sponsor me? I sent them a ping. I was like, hey, you should sponsor me. I drink you every day. I love you. Please reciprocate. That's alright, though. I don't need a sponsorship. The energy drink is Uptime Energy, if you're not familiar. I actually turned down a sponsorship from another energy drink company because it meant I wouldn't be drinking this on stream every day. I was like, I need my uptime. I need it. I don't care if I can't sleep when I drink it. That's the point. That's the purpose of the energy drink.
Oh shit, what up?
Hey, this is Carson. Thanks to the sub. Thanks to the 14 months. Have I ever had Yellowstone bourbon? I have not. Ooh. You'll create an energy drink and sponsor me? Please no. If we had Pendlehaven up, that'd actually be pretty sick. Well, I guess I'll clear their board. You'll make one flavor beef bouillon for an energy drink? We have one flavor. Blood pudding. Try our bone marrow energy drink. We can't get our family members to try it, but we guarantee it is something. I'm just gonna die to this stupid Auriok champion. Amazing. More of a soup broth with caffeine? Oh no. We start with this warm bone marrow broth. And then we mix in our secret ingredient, which may or may not be cold Diet Coke, creating a lukewarm beverage the gods themselves would crave. Hey Mario 84, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 3 months. We did it! We did it indeed. We did it indeed. To game 3 we go. Someone programmed a bot to troll me about the reserved list. God, that's so weird. Oh, you think it was a human that comes off like a bot? Maybe a bit behind on the social graces of Twitch etiquette, maybe. How do y'all feel about this? This hand's a little iffy, because they might just kill our Noble Hierarch and leave us stranded with 1 mana. But I like all these cards in the matchup. Let's try it. Why not? Why not? What could go wrong, except for the thing that I just said that could go wrong? They kill our Noble, we don't draw a second land, die. On the other hand, they could kill our Noble and we could draw lands, or they could not kill our Noble. Those are the other possibilities. This fucking Utopia Sprawl. Alright. Alright. Double down. Yeah, I don't actually want to talk about the reserve list, Adam Dre. We're playing Modern here. It's not even relevant to the format we're playing.
Oh shit, what up?
Hey Zuggernaut, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 25 months. On the draw, it's more reasonable. Oh yeah, I wouldn't have kept this on the play. The odds of us hitting our second land drop would have been so much lower. Is it super relevant to Modern? No, reserve list cards are all pre-Modern. Bunch of old shit. It's relevant to Legacy. Relevant to Legacy, kind of relevant to EDH. Mostly dual lands, right? That people care about. What's my favorite format right now? I would say Cube. That's usually my answer. When I'm having a lot of fun brewing a format, it'll be that format temporarily. Fuck me. Like 2-4 in Prospector. Lots more people would play Vintage and Legacy without the reserve list. There's a lot of people that think Magic wouldn't be a game without the reserve list, which makes me think that fewer people. It makes me actually think that fewer people would be playing those formats if Magic wasn't a game at all. Personally, I would love it if they could fucking reprint all those dope old cards. I would love for them to be cheaper. I'd love for Legacy in particular to be a more affordable format. That's one of my favorite formats. But you can also assume the Wizards realizes that reprinting fetch lands would make them a pile of money, like just gobs of money. And so if they have not done this, they probably have a good reason, right? It seems very intuitive to me that they know. They get it. They get that we want fetch lands. However, it's not as much of a free roll as people like to think it is. I think this Linvala is going to be a turn too slow. Very unfortunate here. They just need a persist creature and a prospector coming down on the same turn. Yeah, most people that I know think there's probably a legal reason that they're not reprinting fetch lands, which would make sense. It would make all of the people like, oh, it's so easy. Why don't they do it? I don't understand. It would make that make a whole lot more sense to me. It reminds me of like people saying, like, wondering why Twitch doesn't just like buy all of the rights for music on Twitch and stuff. Why don't streamers just buy radio DJ licenses? Well, it's actually more complicated than that. If it was that easy, people would just do it. You're not the first person to think of this magical solution of simply printing the cards, you know. It's not this unique original idea. I don't think Ranger Captain Vios stops anything. I also don't think this one stops anything, but I'll cast it anyway.
Oh shit, what up?
Hey, Atris Moon, thanks to the sub, thanks to the 35 months there. Fetches aren't on the reserved list. They've reprinted fetches a couple of times, and they've announced that they're reprinting them again. What do you mean? This is a combo deck, yeah. It's a Heliod combo with a Walking Ballista. Anything else sweet on the agenda? Nope. Only super boring, tedious decks tonight. Nothing cool, nothing interesting. Oh yeah, we got some hotness. While my opponent figures out how to kill me, we can go over a couple of them. I finally threw Modern Belcher together. Got a version of that here. I saw a version that was also playing the Devoted Druid combo, which looked kind of sweet, but I want to play this version with main deck Blood Moons. Let's see. We get Irio combo. Doesn't matter if it's snow covered. I kind of want to throw the planes that I like in here, but whatever. Prospector coming in hot. Correct, Adam Dree. I imagine the Wizards is trying to avoid a lawsuit. The amount that they would lose settling lawsuits is more than they would make by reprinting reserved list cards, then obviously it makes sense not to reprint them, right? Why does Modern Goblins play Mimic but Historic doesn't? Well, the thing about Historic The thing about Historic is, oh hey, they're not killing me. Awesome. I think I bolt myself here. I don't want to crack these canopies at a certain point. The Historic Goblins is all built around Muxus. Muxus is not a card in Modern. It's a card in Historic, and it's a card in Legacy. But it's not a card that was printed into Modern specifically. So when you're building around Muxus versus whether you're building around an infinite 1/1 counters card, your deck's going to look different. So Muxus makes you want to play like a bunch of like haste generating chieftains so that you can win the turn that Muxus comes into play. You just get that big burst of value. You just bring leader a bunch of goblins into play and win that turn. But when you're playing, when you're jamming combo goblins, you're trying to put a 2 or 3 card combo together. And Metallic Mimic can be one of those combo pieces. You don't need it. My version of Historic Goblins doesn't play Mimic, it just plays Grumgully. Because I think Mimic's a little vulnerable, but... So they dug up an Answered Linvala here. Imagine they're still going to want to kill Linvala. Does Plague Engineer show up in a lot of modern sideboards? Yeah, Plague Engineer is great. For sure. Get that Ginger Canadian. Thanks for the 4 months. Yes, Linvala's down, but we managed to get the other Lord effect off the battlefield, which means that they need 2 pieces of the combo now. Oh, there's Grumgully. Okay, they're back to just needing the Persist creature. They just need a Murderous Red Cap, and they'll have me. I could always guess the REI champion. We have this match already. Yeah, it's not the hugest Ballista ever, but it will stop them from comboing me out, so we can kill Grumgully in response. It's not that big. Well, I don't know. Most people are happy with the size. It doesn't have to be the biggest walking Ballista ever. It just has to get the job done. You don't have to be critical of it. A little self-conscious. A little self-conscious about my Ballista size. Hey, Driftin' Mitch. Thanks for the Submarino. They're making me second artifact with the Rampage, so... guess we'll cash in for Grumgully. Thus bricking the Rampage. Maybe I should be thinning first. Operation Load This Auriok Champion the fuck up is now in full effect. I'm considering getting a little zesty with my other creatures. If they trade off some stuff, then they might have less mana than they need for Prospector. Like if they need to play Matron plus another thing next turn. I just fucking get in, huh? Just growing the champion, friend. Alright, take 10. Would you like to flash in any more creatures? Is that... oh, they get a blocker, though. They get an illusion blocker. Fair enough. Biggin? Oh yeah, super big. So both games we won, we didn't actually combo them. We just made a giant Auriok champion, and that was quite good because they're a black-red deck. One of the things I really liked about the mono-white version of this deck was that it main decked 4 Auriok champions. You just had it, you know, you just had the hate piece for those decks. You apologize for questioning Conclave Mentor. Yeah, it plays well, right? It plays well with the the cards that care about 1/1 counters. And then it also, like, gives you life when it dies, which also works well with Heliod. It's a sweet one. Oh yeah, Aaron? You like this band? I fucking love this band. They are very specifically my kind of shit. We could Eladamri's Call for an Arbor Elf, just have more mana. The thing is, next turn we have a Coco anyway, so I think I'm supposed to call for a combo piece here and like go get Ballista. I cannot pronounce the song's title, no. That is not a skill that is in my wheelhouse. I've been talking with the drummer. I've been thinking about making an offer to like sponsor or partially sponsor. Their next album.
Oh shit, what up?
Well, this sucks. We could run out of Ballista on one, but I think I'd rather hold it. So this is one of the reasons that we try and Utopia Sprawl a basic forest instead of a random Temple Garden. So cards like Field of Ruin can interact with it. Cue them interacting anyway. I'm doing the Lead and Arbiter activation thing so that they can't respond to me. I'm doing it on my turn so they can't respond with Field of Ruin to gum me up. Them playing Ghost Quarter, them having Ghost Quarter plus Field of Ruin is pretty brutal though. It's pretty punishing. Getting kinda rocked here. Does it not use the stack? Oh yeah? Can they just like not even respond if I activate it? Huh. So my whole like doing it on my turn had no purpose. It just dicked me. That sounds about right. Yeah, Ballista with one counter just doesn't seem very good, is the issue. Versus the Giver of Runes. So even though we're under some pressure here, I still don't think I want to run it out. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is a special action. What a weird little card. My bad. Yeah, sub-official. Yeah, get rocked meme. Ooh. Playing Coco might actually be wrong still. Because they can give something pro-green or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Spike Feeder. Spike Feeder just fogs, though. It's a literal fog. Doesn't really help me win the game. Something that we could do here is block Lead and Arbiter, block Thalia, and then Coco. Might even be correct. Because if we Coco here and only find green or white blockers, then the Giver Runes gets to kill me. Because again, we're losing one life from the Horizon Canopy there. Alright, Dr. Bootyologist. You win this round. At least we lost to someone with an education. You know? They've earned it, they earned the degree. Once again, cutting ooze. I'm supposed to cut champion in this matchup. I might cut an Illidomri's Call. A little awkward against their kitty cats. Oh, what's up, Jim's a Debouche? I'm supposed to do like this. Linvala does turn off Giver of Runes. I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's enough of the matchup. It's not a Coco hit, right? We'd be cutting a Coco hit for it, unless we cut the call. What is this deck up to? This deck is a Heliod Suncrown combo deck. It gets infinite damage with Walking Ballista or infinite life with Spike Feeder. And then Collected Company is supposed to find the parts for you. I mean, if we had to win through damage, if we were playing a Death in Texas Mirror, then I think Linval would make sense. That's not quite what I'm about here. So this hand is very slow. It doesn't do anything until turn 3, unless we draw something next turn. I think I still want to keep it. The nice thing about this hand is that the resources that tax our mana base don't hit us very hard. We have a lot of land drops. Hey, Croass, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 32 months there. Hell yeah. Is it a Snowfox? Thanks for the sub, thanks for the 7 months. Official JDK says, is the VIP like the Twitch Diners Club? What? No. It's very different than that, whatever that is. It's the most exclusive award that you can get on my channel. And people that make fun of it are probably just being jealous, is the consensus. I think it says that in the VIP manual somewhere. God damn it, James. I guess I've also gotten rowdy at your place while inebriated. So in a way, you were getting me back. In a way. Yeah, at one point I remember James was like knocking the Greendale flag off the wall. Getting a little rowdy. Rowdy. What's up, Joe Bags? Oh no, it was good, James. I think the only part of the evening where I got even vaguely annoyed was you went into the room that had the "Don't go in this room" sign. I was like, you shouldn't go in this room. This is where we keep the mess. You shouldn't go in there. There's breakable things. James is like, I'm gonna hide! Alright, James. They have a lot of mana up. What's the most fun deck that I played yesterday? Oh, the most fun deck was definitely that mono red Planeswalker deck. It was fun and good. If you're a combo player at heart, the Paradox Storm deck that we played, or Paradox something, it wasn't a Storm deck. Paradox Engine, that's the card. Then that deck was a lot of fun too, and also very good. Yeah, the Kai Bud one, yeah. Why am I not pathing the Skyclave to eat the Thalia? The issue with that is if they have another Thalia, right? They've got 2 cards in hand. And so what I want to do here is path on their end of turn to make sure that we'll be able to Coco. It looks like they just have a pile of lands, though. They just have all the lands in the goddamn world. Feels weird getting a Heliod when we have backup copies here. Yeah, fuck it. Is Skyclave the most played spoiler card I've received? Either the most played or the second most played. I think Leyland of the Void probably has a beat so far. It's got some years on it, though. I don't think I actually mind if they path me. If they've been sandbagging Resto this whole time, then bully for them. Wouldn't even be that bad, right? We don't really care about these creatures. The board's just a pile of illusion tokens. If you draw a land off the top, then I think we have it. That does it. GG! Well, that game took forever, but we got there eventually. Who made that command? The Wheel of Sun and Moon's my favorite card. It's got some sweet art. You think this deck's crazy? This deck should be locked up! It's just not stable. What's my favorite guild? My favorite Magic guild? Probably Rakdos. I like the flavor of Rakdos the most. Definitely the most metal guild, huh? Aesthetically speaking. If Rakdos were a candy, what would it taste like? Oh, bone marrow. Bone marrow and other, like, unmentionable bodily fluids. Yeah. After the torture that Leland Arbiter gave me in the first game, it is very satisfying to just fucking pop it. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Is this the Mox winning list? It might be. I didn't see what won the Mox. It's been putting up a lot of different results from different players. I can look up who specifically was piloting this one, if you care. Oh yeah, this isn't MJ's list, if that's what you're asking. think they had to Field of Ruin there to get their second white source. Which makes me not want to run out the Heliod, because I think they're setting up for Skyclave Apparition. Let me just do this. Feel weird getting Arbor Elf instead of Walking Ballista. Have I ever won by Pendelhaving an opponent's creature? I don't think so. Why would you do that? Keep it from attacking through an Ensnaring Bridge, maybe? But then you have Pendelhaven in your Ensnaring Bridge deck? That'd be weird. Maybe to kill a Phantasmal Image. Yeah, it's never come up. I could see that in Karate Pawn. Save a mana on the combo turn. Do we just sack our Ranger Captain? They can't beat Infinite Life, right? Kinda want to do attack first. Attack for 4. Make killing them a little easier. And they can do stuff mid-combat though. Sweet. Next round. What's the cap? There's are you actually asking about like a literal cap? I don't know. I imagine like whatever the fucking box can fit. Usually you're restricted by your time. You're restricted by the clock more than anything else. Who's the bootyologist now? Still them. They're still the doctor. How does this deck fare against control decks? The control decks that are in Modern are like those wonky cryptic command piles that are trying to like loop cryptics and stuff. A lot of times they're playing like Uro and the 4-color Uro. Whatever. Probably one of our tougher matchups. There's a lot of interaction and counters and stuff. Coco gives you a little bit of play. The card Collected Company lets you like forces them to counter on their turn, and then you can untap and play out combo pieces. Try and overwhelm their stuff. Fuck. Man, I don't go to 5, right? Do I want Utopia Sprawl? I think so. Alright, now they can technically kill me here, but... Let's see them do it, huh? Spike Feeder greatly reduces the chance that they kill me, but it also means that I can't go in for the next turn. Interesting little dilemma. Yeah, right? Do it, coward. Well, that's a great draw. It's a well-timed skull crack. Because it let me gain a life off the Auric Champion, then the Heliod can grow the Spike Feeder. And if you go the Spike Feeder, then you have multiple ways to go infinite. Whereas right now, I think we're just going to have one chance. Are we still dead? Well, it depends on their hand now at this point, because we can come on their turn as well. And now we have a couple blockers. It is going to force me to respond. And then, because they're lava spiking on their first main, they're going to have another response here. I imagine. I think any instant speed burn spell is pretty strong. Pretty good. They had the interaction. They got me. That's better than Skyclave, right? Like, kind of a lot. Yeah, assuming that they had the Boros Charm White Seal. I was forcing them to have two things. The advantage to Spike Feeding on their upkeep is if they don't have the Boros Charm, then they're not able to respond with that card specifically. What if they just have like one, right? Then I think our line's better. And you don't think I want Scavenging Ooze, that's why I cut it from the deck. I think it's worse than our other cards. Mainboard Skullcrack is not that crazy. I'm actually not going to run out the turn 1 Noble Hierarch. Usually you would play Noble Hierarch instead of Utopia Sprawl, so then it doesn't have Summoning Sickness on your turn 2. But if we run out Sprawl on turn 1, then we can go Champion into Noble next turn and get an immediate trigger, and that seems nice to me. Why would they not play Steering Blaze? They usually do, either in the main deck or the sideboard. Usually 4 between both. Ranger Captain's just going to grab Ballista, not going to get too fancy. Probably play a tap Temple Guard, depending on what our draw is. Well, that's a fucking bummer. In the mono white list, I was playing one of the 1-mana pro red critter. It'd be kind of nice here. Play a pair of 3/3s. Yeah, Forge Tender that one. At this point, we need either another Oriok champion or Heliod. Conclave Bender's not that bad. What's the idea behind Utopia Sprawl? Utopia Sprawl is really good with Arbor Elf. Very explosive. Lets us Coco on turn 2. What I'm in the mood for. So I'm considering cracking this Ranger Captain on their upkeep. It does reduce some of our kill pressure. Just activating ballistas is pretty good. Yeah, I know I can kill the Mentor to gain 2. If they force me to do that, it'd be kind of hard for us to have lethal on our turn. Is the downside to cracking the Ranger Captain. Cool. Do you think Ooze is better than Illidomri's Call? I think Call getting Auriok Champion might be really gas. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this like this. Am I just playing a meta deck? I am. I'll play meta decks. We played a Blue-Red Delver in Legacy. Those damn net deckers. Yeah. You'll most often see me playing meta decks when I'm learning a new format. I think that's the best way to learn a format rather than start trying to brew from the get-go, right? It helps to know a format really well. And so then the more time I take away from the format, the more likely I am to come back with like whatever the best deck is, rather than try and beat the best deck immediately. Try and feel the format out a little bit. And then a lot of the times I'm like messing around with new cards and just kind of having fun. Twiddling around. Brewing stuff up.
Oh shit, what up?
I think I maybe should have been mulled. Look for an Auriok Champion or what have you. There's just a really good chance that this Arbor Elf dies, and then we don't really do anything. Hey, Flake Holdings the sub, so 22 months. Yeah, this is very, very close to our average 6. So if you take that mulligan, you're kind of just increasing the chance that you have a turn 2 champion, which might be important on the draw, huh? This is not what we want to be doing on turn 2. You enjoyed all the recent Krark shenanigans? Oh yeah. Yeah, Krark's a blast. Yeah, I think my opener was fine against an unknown opponent, but knowing that we're facing Burn, I think I should have sent it back. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at, Lord Sorrow.
Oh shit, what up?
I don't know about single-handedly Arglypuff. Hey, Lemon Styles, thanks to the sub, thanks to 15 months. I hate losing life here, because then we're dead to Boros Charm. But I think it's necessary. Yeah, so I was hoping for, like, double Auriok Champion, or, like, Auriok Champion plus... Right now we're dead to anything. We're even dead to another haste creature, yeah. Obviously, the Nutter Butters would have been Heliod, despite the fact that we have 2, and Spike Feeder for infinite life while they were tapped out. Which is unlikely. It was, like, unlikely to hit Heliod at all. But hitting Spike Feeder plus Auriok Champion probably would have been good enough to win. It's that big burst of life right there. Anyway, that's kind of what I was hoping for. Didn't happen, though. Happens, Kevin the Cruel. Certainly happens. We're also playing a Mana Dork deck, and died to the Searing Blaze deck, is another way to look at it. I think we mulligan this one. Look for a hand with a 1-drop. We're on the draw against an unknown opponent. Yeah, this looks better to me. Just like put back the Mentor. Which is awkward if they kill the Arbor Elf, but we don't even know if they're in the business of killing Arbor Elves yet. Because the Mentor would have been something to do on turn 2.
What up?
Hey, Sustenance Rogue. Thanks for the 28 months there. Keep being sexy. It's the only way I know how to be. That's all I got. Go, my 3-mana 2/2. I'm gonna crack the Horizon Canopy, but I'm gonna do it on their end of turn. We don't want to crack Horizon Canopy, draw something that we can't cast, like say another Coco, and then have them have like a discard spell, like an Inquisition or Thoughtseize to grab it. Opponent's going in. Devin Townsend? Yeah, I could see that. I think they're kind of Opethy. For sure.
As I venture where the sound is led, I rest my bones on the frosty earth again. It numbs my eyes so I won't have to know I've not the strength to survive where you go.
It's not going very well, is it? One of their last two cards is a Batterskull. And we do have a combo piece in play. We have a deck with some Cocos and stuff. We'll see.
Still float
We also have a deck with Harbor Elves in it. Yes, also that is also accurate. Fair point. So there's good news and bad news about this Skyclave hitting our Spike Feeder. The bad news is we can no longer top deck Heliod for infinite life. The good news is they're not putting the Batterskull Skull in a Spirit token to max damage me this turn. So that does take a turn off their clock. I think we can even afford to fetch. Get my thinning on. Conclave Mentor would have been sweet with Spike Feeder. It's important to run out the extra land there. The land isn't doing anything in your hand. You don't actually have bluff potential. You're not bluffing any like miracle card the opponent's going to play around to warp their lines. But having the extra land in play means that if we lose our mana dorks and we top deck a card like Horizon Canopy, we can play the Horizon Canopy, crack it, and then also play Coco. You don't want to be in a situation where you have to like play multiple lands in a turn and you can't because you've been sandbagging the land. I guess we just do this. Walking with Mentor doesn't change the math. Can I bluff a Coco? If I was bluffing a Coco, how would the opponent play around it? I'm pretty sure they would do the same thing, right? They would still try and murder me. A bluff is only good if it'll actually warp the opponent's line of play. It will actually change what they're doing. Otherwise, you're just making a bad play. Hey Pestilence, what card name is nicknamed Coco? Collected Company is the one that's nicknamed Coco from back in its time in Standard. Good question. I think I might just be boarding in Veils. You want a Disney secret lair someday? I do not. Disney has enough fucking money. Holy shit. Your idea is cute, however. The idea of a Coco is definitely cute. And I love that movie. One of my favorite movies. Even though they're playing Lingering Souls, I think I'm still cutting the Scavenging Ooze. Warrior Champion has protection from part of their deck. You can like brick like a Batterskull Germ. I think we're still cutting it. Our creature hits for Coco right now are really low. Because Ballista's not a hit. We're at like 24. It's like the only time I've ever wanted to cut a Utopia Sprawl in my life. Might even cut another one. Disney buying Hasbro? Oh man. That would actually make sense. Disney buying Hasbro? Because then they would own their own you know, they'd have a supply of toy lines or whatever. Probably would have made more sense pre, like, the Toys R Us bust or whatever. God. Then I'd be working for Amazon, because Amazon owns Twitch and Disney. That'd be the fucking worst. Job security, I guess. A D&D set? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, Wizards owns Dungeons and Dragons. They already own that IP. I guess I don't know why they haven't put that in development yet. You should let them know. You should let them know that would be a good idea. I recommend indignantly asking Mark Rosewater. Yeah, I am looking forward to Kaldheim. Should be dope. Forgotten Realms. I mean, if it's so good, people wouldn't forget about it, is all I'm saying. You want Mario to join the Avengers? Oh my god. Mario and Mickey Mouse. Get him on there. Get him on the team. Ballista can clear the Tide Hollow Sculler and give us back Coco. For now, I want to hold up the Veil. You want Sorting Kingdom Hearts? That would be sweet. You know it wouldn't happen. You know they'd put Jason there. Everybody hated that. Nickel Bolas? Now that would be dope. That would get me to play another Kingdom Hearts game. I played one of the earlier ones for a bit. And then I was like, okay, I'm done. Game's sweet. No time. Kind of seems like they're clearly trying to bait out the Veil of Summer. And it's gonna work. Fatal Push targeting some such thing. Trick's on you, opponent. I was gonna do this anyway. Auriok Champion lets me get infinitely large here, right?
Oh shit, what up?
I guess it doesn't really. I think I still want it over at the Apparition though. The game has ended. The name of this band is Wild Run. With an E at the end of Wild. Ooh. I think I have some of their merch. Yeah. Nope, it's in the wash. I wore it a couple days ago. Just kidding. The merch is sweet, though. It's worth checking out. I promise. Yeah, I think I like the 2-2 split between Skyclave and Champion. Skyclave being an answer to a problem card like a sort of Feast and Famine. Then Champion being another Coco hit. Do I think it's worth creating a script deck so you have to combo with this deck? If you're going to play a lot of it, if you're just going to play like infinite of this deck, not for me. Is the Sun and Moon in over Rest in Peace for Devotion? That's part of it. A large part of it is also that it's really good against Mill, if you think Mill's a large part of the metagame. I don't. Rest in Peace is probably better. I net decked. Don't judge me.
Oh shit, what up?
Oh shit, what up? Hey, Alpha Dude 314. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for sharing the Prime there. Yeah, I'm leading on Prismatic Vista, so that if I draw an Auriok Champion, I can run it out on turn 2. Probably just gonna play the Mentor. I'm gonna sub from that Steve for 28 months from Pestilence 22. Yeah. Lemon Stoils. You'll be judging? Good. About time we had a judge around here. The Netdecker Stockades? Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's kind of smexy. Mentor obviously not serving into the represented Batterskull here. Can you script infinite combos? No, that's not allowed. Not allowed in the rules. My Heliod! The reason to Coco before blockers is in case we hit Auriok Champion. Oh no, my Skyclave. That's actually kind of a bummer. Skyclaving their Skyclave would have given me a 3-3. The reason to wait until their end of turn is if they have sorcery speed interaction, like another Skyclave, and we hit combo pieces. I think overall it's better for me to take 4 here. Hello, hello, hello. Awesome hits, yeah, great hits. We can indeed protect the combo. Even if they pat the Mentor, we're still fine. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Can do. Heldiod wins. Nice little 3-in-1 start. Got an intense match coming up. Can we? Can we get all the prize, all the glory? Or will we shrink away in defeat? So far, the one thing that I would change about the main deck is cutting Scavenging Ooze for another Auriok Champion. I think Auriok Champion's just good. It's really good. And then I'd probably tweak the sideboard for a few more bullets for Ranger Captain Vios. The thing about Ranger the thing about like a one-of bullet, it doesn't have to be as good as the card that you're cutting for it. Because the Ranger means that you essentially have 5 of it, right? Like you just, the ability to tutor for it is so good. I don't know if there should be like a Giver of Runes in here for a similar reason. Maybe cut a Scavenging Ooze for a Giver of Runes. There are situations where you want to tutor for it with Ranger. Hey, Brook9, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 6 months. You love the Legacy VODs? Nice. Yeah, I had a lot of fun making them. I had a lot of fun doing the Legacy VODs. I think I'm gonna do another Legacy Day this upcoming week too. At least one more, because the Legacy videos have been really popular. They've been popping off. They're so popular. Pop. Oh, ooh. Well there. Chair getting away from me. This streaming gig's dangerous. Oh man, that was a good break. Alyssa left me a sandwich in the fridge, which is awesome, because I did not get breakfast today. Just woke up and started making modern decks. Didn't get a ton of sleep last night, but I feel pretty good. I feel pretty rested. It must have been a deep sleep. We did all of our raking. We've only lived in this house for a few months, but we moved in the fall. We were the last people on the block to finally rake up all the old leaves. I did not turn one Tybalt. Nice Jackal-Demon. Yeah, it sounds fun. I don't think I'd ever have a chance to use a box of Commander Legends is the issue with that plan, but it certainly sounds fun. Yeah, the last day for them to come around and for the city to come around and pick up plant matter was a few days ago, so we missed that. I was like, that's okay, we can just use the leaves as mulch in the garden area. Not a big deal. And Alyssa, Alyssa's great. They're wonderful. They know a lot, but They don't know much about gardening. And the line that cracked me up, they said, what the fuck was it? Alyssa wanted to bag the leaves because they were worried about it freezing in the winter. I was like, how do you think leaves work? How do you think mulch works? It's not going to damage them, I promise. Yeah, right, Rick Grimes? Yeah, I did a lot of gardening growing up. Not exactly voluntary, but... What's the record in the league? We are 3-1. 3-1 with this deck so far. I want to be able to play the Ooze and then immediately activate it on the Uro, so I don't want to run it out blank this turn. We're just going to go next turn, Ooze, activate, try and set up Coco on 4, and then call for whatever we need after that. Were the neighbors giving me stink eyes for being late on my leaves? Not that I know of. It's one of the things about like working nights. They might have been pissy about it, but I just have no idea. Alyssa has met most of our neighbors at this point, and I just haven't. I've met none of them. I've waved at 2 of them. So important that we name green off that Utopia Sprawl, so we have enough for the Ooze activation here. Make sure that Uro doesn't come back. Yeah, for sure, Samuel Donoka. Yeah, you definitely learn a lot. We actually love having our utility creatures pathed. The Ooze isn't important to our deck at all. But now we have an extra land in play. We are not Mitch. We are not in an HOA. Fortunately, huh? Do you think they're holding up Cryptic? Let's Coco now. So by doing that here, we did at least like make them pitch a card, right? They couldn't just hardcast the Force Negation. Yeah, goddammit, go lands. Yeah, that's the ideal neighbor. The one that, like, gives you a heads up, but doesn't bother you if you don't want to be bothered. My issue is I'm usually like, if I'm actually like awake, I'm usually doing something, right? I'm either getting like valuable relaxation time or working on some project. There's not really a whole lot of time that I want to be like, hey, my name is blah blah blah. We're never gonna talk again, but I might want to do that in the summer when we start grilling more. Like just grill out front, put a big sign that says free burgers or something. I think that's a fine way to get to know people. There's food involved. Because then even if they suck, I mean, you still have food. It can only be so bad, right? Hell yeah, Noodletown. Good to see you too.
And bend it into the shape of a child and let him sing what you've been trying to say for a while, that there's nothing left, nobody's to catch.
Was it tough moving through COVID times? Not really. We did hire movers.
And every word that's thrown becomes
We all like masked up and stuff. So I was planning on just skyclaving the sword and removing a lot of the pressure. Now that we've actually drawn the Heliod, I think we want to get our call on.
Oh shit, what up?
to cave in the walls that we chose to build.
I mean, we just grab Ballista here.
Them both. Maybe you can honor the bearer.
Yeah, Sliver Underlord thanks the sub, thanks the 7 months. Sliver says, why didn't the ancient Egyptians conquer Europe? Because it was too far away. Oh my god. Get out. Get out! Lizard Izzo thanks the sub, appreciate you. And then when we were looking at houses, that was also fine. There just wasn't like the homeowner wasn't there to show you around. Like we didn't go to open houses. They had like this key code system set up. We worked with like one person and he would bring us around and show us different places.
Try to tame the beast without breaking skin.
Our buyer's agent. Our so-called buyer's agent.
Seems to ever let me in. If I go on.
Isn't that how it's always worked? Well, I think normally you would go to some open houses. You would like, there would be someone there to let you in and talk about the place. Someone whose job it was to like sell you the place. So we make one on 2 and activate. If they respond, we can activate again. But they can always respond if we just like ping. They can respond to our first ping if they have a path. I think we go for 3 here. So then at least we can kill something. That's a good point. This also beats Spell Queller. They wouldn't be able to Queller the Ballista by adding the 3rd counter on. Because then it's 6 on the stack. Now that the Heliod activation is resolved, a path will no longer stop us. Because we have that extra counter. So I think they should have cracked the Grove. In response to the activation. Hey Thanks, Skunk Witch. Thanks for the $10. The $10.39. Skunk says that they prefer to make their own decks versus net decking. It just feels like every time they make something unique, it doesn't do well. And it's starting to get to me. Any tips? I need some sage Caleb wisdom to get out of this funk. Keep up the great work. You can break up that by like switching formats. If you do some like limited or whatever, if you're having a rough time in one format, having an Old Faithful in some other format can always help. If I'm burning out trying to brew in Standard, for example, playing a deck that I know really well in Modern and just get some wins is really nice. Yeah, they needed to respond to the Heliod activation in order to win that game. Yay us. I'm also a big fan of brewing. I also enjoy brewing my own decks and stuff. It's one of the things that I like about Magic. I think it's like a really satisfying process. But, I mean, this is a net deck. I'll still play net decks. The more of other people's decks you play, the more you understand like what makes them good, and it improves your abilities as a brewer. It also helps you understand a format. The better you know a format, the easier you are to target it, if that's the sort of brewing that you're doing. And then when you are brewing, someone once said that like only one deck in 10 or something has any merit to it. Only one brew in 10. So you're basically just like firing off different ideas that you think have potential and seeing what sticks. And sometimes you spend too much time working on a bad idea or an idea that's not quite there. The cards aren't quite there for it. It's important to know when to move on. Move on to the next thing so you don't burn yourself out. So opponent was on like Bant Stoneforge. I don't think they actually have enough islands for Choke. I don't think that's a card that we need or want. Path's probably okay. We probably want that one just to fight with. Through instant speed shenanigans. And then I think we want more Skyclaves to help us fight over sort of Fire and Ices and such. I don't think I would have cut an Eldarmy's Call. I just played 3 Skyclaves. Or we could have Noble Hierarch. Meh. I like that red 7. That's good. That's a good segue. Yeah, one of the reasons that I can do modern streams with a whole bunch of different archetypes is the Mana Traders sponsorship. Really useful for supplementing your collection. Let you try out a bunch of different decks, brew around a bit. They do sponsor the stream. There's a link to them in the stream description. Check them out. Check them out. Why not? Or don't. I'm not your boss. Talk about a hand that could use a Noble Hierarch, huh? Some kind of acceleration. Yeah, so I wouldn't have kept this hand against the average opponent. But the opponent's playing it, but Stoneblade is slow enough that I think we can get away with something like this. And then we were also on the draw, so we also had a few draws to like find something to do before turn 3. What I'm worried about here is Spell Queller on Apparition, but there's not much I can do about it, I don't think. They would get to Spell Queller and then untap, put in Sword, and get a hit in. Yeah. Yeah, pretty bad for me. So what are we going to discard? I think Spike Feeder. Thinking about your next play, when it's predictable like this is a good way to save time on your clock. There's still merit to playing this Coco on their end of turn. So they would get the sword to hit it in, but the untap would be less brutal. Sure.
Oh shit, what up?
Oh shit, what up? Hey Alex, thanks for the sub, thanks for 15 months. You're very welcome for the streams. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. A little tempting to hit the sword instead of the Spell Queller, but I'm a little greedy. I'm a sucker for value. Wow. Alright, well, get fucked me. Instant regret. Now we're discarding a Coco? God. I definitely should hit the sword.
Oh shit, what up?
I'm a sucker for value. It's multiple Arbor Elves. Chat's like, value, yes! Yes, we got there! Hey Bash, wow, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 6 months, the half a year. Four mana worth of cards? We didn't even get 4 mana worth of cards. We barely got 2 mana worth of cards. I wouldn't have paid 2 mana for 2 Arbor Elves here. So that was ugly. Scry 4, Scry 6, huh?
Oh shit, what up?
Oh shit, what up? Yeah, thanks for the sub-gift, Triplin. And congrats, Coco Lopez. Are we supposed to attack this Ashiok? Why didn't they rebuy Uro? Oh, 5 other cards? Maybe we shouldn't attack the Ashiok. How's this pass? Oh, Ashiok actually... Oh, they can mill themselves. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, maybe I should have attacked. Yeah, I understand that if the Ashiok dies, I'll get to cast Coco. But it wouldn't die. They have a Stoneforge Mystic to block. So you'd just be putting a card in the graveyard for their Uro. It's a lot of 3/3s. Killing Ashiok would get us to 4 mana again. It would not... it wouldn't kill the Ashiok. They had a blocker. A blocker that they wanted to go to the graveyard anyway. So I get it. I get it that if we attacked and they just, like, chose not to block for some weird, unforeseeable reason, that would have worked out well for us. Or at least let us Coco. I understand. I understand if the Ashiok is in play, the Ashiok's ability won't be a thing. The cards generally need to be in play for their abilities to work. I have successfully mastered that aspect of Magic the Gathering. Yeah, I think this is still right. I wanted to draw Skyclaves a lot that game, but then we did, and then we still lost. We need to have combo potential. Why does this deck play Conclave Mentor? Because Conclave Mentor works really well with giving things 1/1 counters. We have cards that give things 1/1 counters. Walking Ballista only combos with Heliod if it has 2 counters on it. So if you have a Mentor in play, it saves you mana on your combo turn. Now all of a sudden you can play a Ballista for 1. It'll come into play with 2 counters on it. Then you activate Heliod, give the Ballista lifelink. You remove a counter. That's an important part of the combo, right? That you remove a counter to ping something. And then because it has the extra counter, it's still a 1/1, so it still gets to live while the ability resolves. And then Heliod puts another 1/1 counter on it. And you loop and such. So it's a hit. So it's a hit for Coco. The dying life gain is good with Heliod. It works well with Ballista. Works well with Spike Feeder. Hell, it works well with Heliod. Sometimes you just grow a creature and murder them. Is Summervale good? Kind of. It's good against some of their cards, but not good against a lot of their cards. Veil of Summer. Does this stop Spell Queller? You and permanents you control gain hexproof. No. Yeah, it doesn't stop Spell Queller. It doesn't stop Spell Queller. It doesn't stop Aether Gust. I think I'm good on that card. Pepperino MD says that they know they were informing chatters. Oh, fair enough. My fucking rant against nobody. I'm just like ranting into the sun here. Ranting into the void. It's fun to rant though. Yeah, if I ever rant in response to one of your comments, know that I'm mostly ranting, because I think it's fun to rant. Whether I'm correct or not, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter at all. I think firing off an early Ballista, clearing Noble Hierarch could be strong. Utopia Sprawl and Arbor Elf are more explosive than other Mana Dorks. Other Mana Dorks would give you more hits for Coco, but odds are if you're casting Coco, you want to hit combo pieces anyway. A Mana Dork's closer to a whiff. You could potentially gain infinite life on turn 2 with turn 1 Arbor Elf, turn 2 Utopia Sprawl, generate 4 mana Coco, the Heliod Spike Feeder. I haven't gotten to live that particular dream, but potentially. I think I'm good, Calebretto. I think I'm also going to get those specific codes, so they might be better served. Might be better served elsewhere. I don't know.
Oh shit, what up?
Pushy, what up? Hey, Sin Plague, thanks for the result. Thanks for 8 months. What a year this has been. Yeah, right? What a fucking year. Brutal hoax. Ironic with your name, but brutal. Sorry you got your shit jacked. Did you see Nox had like his entire YouTube channel stolen? Apparently he got got with a phishing scam where someone went through the details to go through and like do like a Twitch or YouTube like contract with him, like sent him an actual contract on DocuSign to get his information. Yeah, he's been tweeting about it. Unless I'm confusing my streamers. I might be confusing my streamers. I do that sometimes. Yeah, it was Nox. Yeah, I was tweeting about it on December 2nd. Team YouTube put the entire channel into private because it was hacked. The whole Google account got hacked. Quote, never thought the day would come that I'd have to reformat because of a crypto miner phishing scam disguised as an influencer management and early access presentation, spanning days and with a whole contract / DocuSign setup. Someone is real dedicated out there. Be careful. As a streamer, that's fucking terrifying. That's so scary. Noxious GLHF. I don't know who GLHF is. This is just Noxious. He streams Magic on occasion. Member of Complexity. Noxious Live. You hope I'm having a good night? I am. Enjoying some Modern here. About to go 4-1, I believe. This is the first time I've gotten to combo with the Pendelhaven. Yeah, that was pleasant. Sweet. Nice little 4-1.